Time now for John Clarke, Bryan Dawe in Rome with the PM.
Kevin Rudd, thanks for your time.
It's good to be talking with you, Brian, and good evening.
What are you doing over there in Europe?
Well, I'm talking to a lot of world leaders, Brian, G20 leaders mainly, a lot of very big international issues.
Yeah, but what are you doing in Europe?
Well, that's where we're having these discussions, Brian, very important discussions.
You seem to get on well with the German Chancellor, Angela Merkel.
Yes, we get on very well, Brian, and we in fact agree about a lot of things.
Like what?
Well, we're both running economies, Brian, that are...
Don't work properly?
Well, no, that are dealing with the effects of an international credit collapse. We're obviously both in agreement about the environmental crisis.
Which she's not doing anything about either.
Brian, which we're both doing a great deal about.
Well, what are you doing about it?
Brian, we both made speeches about it on Tuesday.
Well, Mr Rudd, on another question, are you aware of the proposals over here to start up a new bank, this so-called
Yes, I've heard it. I don't know
Bank?
the detail, but I'm aware this is the case, yes.
And do you think it'll work?
Well, I haven't seen the detail in the proposal, as I say, Brian, but I have no difficulty in agreeing that Australians should be able to run a bank. They can lose an enormous amount of money. If they have a gambling problem, they're quite likely to call it an investment issue. If they've lost a lot of money, they're quite likely to tell porkies about how much they've actually lost. I have no difficulty understanding that they could...
Mr Rudd, if I could interrupt, that's not exactly what's being proposed.
I beg your pardon.
What's been proposed is a bank run by the people, not the four major banks.
Oh, OK, so who would own it?
Well, the people themselves would own it.
Oh, like the old banks we used to have. Like at the post office. You went to the post office, you put your money in the savings bank.
Yeah, we used to own the post office as well.
Which we sold.
So you like the idea?
Well, I think it's a very interesting proposal, Brian, because obviously if it worked, we could sell it again.
But wasn't that the mistake we made last time?
Well, I'd need to talk to the four major banks, Brian.
Why?
Well, because we've guaranteed the four major banks, Brian. I mean, we've got an investment there.
Yeah, Mr Rudd, why did you do that? Why did you guarantee them?
Because they're so unsuccessful, Brian. They've lost so much money, we needed to rescue them.
But that's the criticism that's here. Why do we keep doing this all the time?
Because that's where the Australian people, Brian, have put their money.
Well, how do you know that?
Because we gave them the money so that they would put it there.
To help the banks?
No, to help the people, Brian. Our concern is to help the people of Australia.
Yeah, well, you don't think the people of Australia might be thinking that putting their money in their own bank's the better idea?
God, you go away for 5 minutes, the joint's falling apart.
Mr Rudd, thanks for your time.
Get Wayne, quickly.